What's up, everybody? Welcome to How to Pray Part 2. If you have not watched the previous video, Part 1, I highly suggest that you watch that video. If you're watching this on YouTube, just check my channel and see that video. If you're on Facebook, just go to my wall and find it. I feel like that video is mandatory. I feel like all three of these videos are going to be mandatory for you if you're interested in prayer. Okay, so that first video I went over the basic template of prayer, the steps, the three main steps to hit when praying, okay? Today, I'm going to show you how you can take that prayer and just supercharge it, just increase the probability that the prayer will be answered. And then in the video after this, I'm going to tell you why none of this is going to work, okay? Very important that you watch all three. Cool. Okay, so in the first video, I went over the structure, which is here. Forgiveness, thanks, ask. I had a few people reach out to me and they said that they like to give thanks before forgiving. And that's totally cool. Remember what I said in the video, guys. I said, this isn't set in stone. You don't have to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, it's not going to work. All I know is that when you follow this template, especially if you're hitting on all three, so if you're giving thanks and then forgiveness, ask, perfect. Because you're hitting on all three of these main points, okay? Kind of adjust the camera a little bit there. Boom, bada bing. Okay, cool. So yeah, even if you pray and you just straight up ask and you don't ask for forgiveness or thanks, I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm just saying I invite you guys to pray within this format and see what happens, okay? Okay, so now that you have this down, now that you understand this, take this prayer and do this. Take the basic prayer and add frequency and duration. Okay, what does that mean? You want to pray frequently and you want to pray for a certain amount of time. Am I saying that if you pray not frequently or for a certain amount of time, it's not going to work? No, I'm just saying that if you pray consistently over time for a certain amount of time, the chances of your prayer being answered is going to go way up, okay? A common analogy that I like to give to people is exercise. If you came to me and said, hey Paul, I worked out for 5 minutes, last year and I didn't lose any weight, it doesn't work. No, you got to do it consistently, frequently, okay? Look at your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, your girlfriend. You say, I love you to them, right? But you don't just say once and you just forget about it and just take off. You do it consistently. You do it frequently, right? So as far as frequency, again, none of this is set in stone. You don't have to do it this way. But I definitely invite you, I recommend that you pray every day, okay? Definitely recommend that you pray every day. You can pray multiple times a day, but get in the habit of at least praying once a day. Pray in the morning, pray before you go to sleep. I like to pray in the car. Personally, I like to pray in the car because I'm just driving. What else am I going to do? Plus, it forces me to kind of build in the duration. Because I tell myself, I'm going to pray until I get there. And typically a car ride is like, what, 15, 20 minutes? And before you guys freak out, like, oh no, I can't pray for that long. I'm just way too busy. Just don't worry about it. Pray for a minute. Pray for 5 minutes. Just start praying. All I know is that the longer you do it, the better it's going to be. And the cool thing about this type of thing is you get a huge return in your investment as far as time is concerned. When it comes to working out, you're putting in a lot of hours. You're putting in 4 or 5 hours of workout a week. You're driving to the gym maybe. You're spending time prepping food out. And the reason why I'm bringing up fitness-related goals is because I'm showing you guys how you can pray and specifically ask for your fitness goals. You don't only have to ask for that, obviously. You ask for whatever you want. I'm just saying, pray for 5 minutes a day and ask for your fitness goals and see what happens. Okay, cool. Basic structure. Once you're doing it frequently and with a certain amount of duration, the next thing that I suggest that you do is to pray out loud. Okay, some of you might be wondering, what's the point? Why should I pray out loud? I don't want anyone to hear me. In the Bible, it says that you shouldn't pray kind of like on the rooftop so everyone can hear you. Look at me, I'm praying, kind of thing. I'm not saying to do that. You can pray in the privacy of your own home. I like to pray in the car because I'm by myself. Now, as far as out loud, there's a very practical purpose to praying out loud. One is it keeps you focused. So many times if I'm doing an internal prayer, meaning in my head, and again, it's okay to pray inside your head, that's good. I'm just inviting you to do it out loud also. Is I'm praying inside with my head, and then just things are, I'm getting distracted. Other thoughts are coming in, and I just get sidetracked so easily. But when you pray out loud, it makes it a lot easier to stay focused. And if you do get derailed, you can audibly hear it. It integrates a different part of your brain when you say things out loud. Okay? Another reason why you want to pray out loud is because there's something about declaring something out loud. There's something about just speaking it out loud that kind of makes it more significant. If you've ever had a goal, a lot of you guys are setting New Year's resolutions, and in your head you say, I want to lose 50 pounds, right? It's in your head. Just say it out loud. I want to lose 50 pounds. There's something different to that. You can even write it down, and you can even write your prayer down. That's another level too. Okay? Sweet. And another reason is that prayer is spiritual. This is another thing, guys. A lot of you have a problem with this word, right? The same thing with God. You have a problem with that word. You like to call it the universe, right? But you're pretty much describing everything that God is, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, right? Prayer. Some of you call it something else. I'm not going to get into detail about that. Just get over your ego, and it's okay. It's okay to pray. It's okay to use that word. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Oh, the reason why I wanted to say that is because this is a spiritual thing. No matter what you try to tell yourself this is a spiritual thing. Okay? One thing I will say, I don't want to get on a rant, but this will actually work whether you believe in God or not. And I'll make another video that describes that. I'm not saying that when you pray, what's coming isn't through God. It's always through God. But whether you believe this or not, it's going to work, okay? But the reason why I'm kind of ranting a little bit here is because the enemy, Satan, cannot get inside your head. God knows all your thoughts, what's inside your brain. Satan does not. Now, to say something out loud, that's declaring it audibly into the physical universe. You're bringing it out into the physical space. And I think that there's something to that. Cool? Out loud. Frequency, duration, pray out loud. The next thing is emotion. So the last thing is emotion, okay? So this one I feel is like really obvious, yet it's not, to kind of just give you a physical demonstration of what I'm talking about. Imagine you're going through this process, praying, right? You're praying frequently with duration out loud, and you're just kind of like, God, please forgive me for stealing on my taxes. Thank you for my friends and family and my body and blessing me to be happy. God, please bless me to lose 50 pounds. Okay? Just what does your brain tell you when you see that? Versus, God, forgive me for stealing on my taxes. I know it's wrong. Thank you for blessing me with my family. Thank you for blessing me to be happy. Please, God, bless me to lose 50 pounds. And you can see, not only am I changing the sound of my voice, but I'm also moving my body. Emotion. Tony Robbins likes to say that emotion is motion, moving. So integrating that motion. You can think about it like this. Imagine if someone says sorry to you, right? They're apologizing to you, and they just say, sorry I punched you in the face. Hey man, sorry I punched you in the face. Or your wife comes to you and she says, you're a great husband. You're a great husband. Which one sounds more powerful? Which one seems to resonate more? Another thing about emotion is emotionally that there's components of your brain that are strictly emotional. So when you get emotional, you start to integrate those other parts of your brain. You're bringing a whole different dynamic now to the prayer, is emotional. The last reason why I think it's good to pray with emotion is, why is it when we're desperate, we cry out to God with emotion? God, please help me, right? And we get emotional. I feel like this is instinctive. The thing about it is, we don't need to be in desperate times to pray out passionately to God with emotion. Everything can be going good. And the thing about it is when you integrate, when you infuse emotion into a prayer, you're just amplifying that, and you're just signaling to God that that's the kind of thing that you want to feel over and over and over again, okay? So that's it, guys. That's the video. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate that. This is the basic skeleton template. These are the things that will amplify the prayer. And please, please watch this next video, because 99% of you, this will not work. 99% it will not work. None of this will work. I'm sitting here telling you that this will work. This format absolutely works almost 100% of the time, yet I'm going to tell you it's not going to work. I need to tell you why it's not, okay? That's going to be the next video. Again, guys, if you think that you know anybody that would benefit from this information, please share this video. Big thanks to all of you who shared the video before. Thank you for commenting, all that good stuff. Love you guys. God bless you all. Adios.